All right, guys, Restart 34 back again. So right now, it's the same video. You just saw the introduction of my car. What are we gonna cover right now? My mods for this car that I'm gonna do. So I mentioned that I did the full Redline synthetic fluids in it. I got 0W20 in the engine oil. I got MT90 in the tranny, and I got 7590 GL5 in the diff. All new crush washers. I got it from 86 Speed. They're a great website. They did really fast shipping. I currently have the open flash tablet with the E85 stage 2 tune. The car is stock though. It's running pretty good. And then you know, I have like WeatherTech mats and tint and whatnot. So what are my future mods? Future mods for this thing. I am going to get coils, probably Fortunato. I wanna drop the ride height. I don't like the monster truck gap that it currently has. Look at that, that's huge. I'm gonna drop the height. And I'm also gonna, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold right now. I'm also gonna get some RPF ones. I know everyone rocks RPF ones, but there's a reason why. It's probably one of the strongest, lightest wheels you can get, sub $2,000 with tires. And you know, usually you can find a used set on Craigslist or so for like 800 bucks with some, you know, 50% tread left on a tire. The reason why I'm gonna get the RPF ones, first off, I'm gonna try to get a I'd like to run either the 17x9 plus 45 or plus 35 and maybe like a 245 tire, or the 18x9.5, which I'd really like, and I'd like to run a 255 35/18, a real meaty sidewall, and try to run as little camber as possible. I kind of want to do more of like a squared tire, like grip looking stance, but I want it to be almost flush though, not quite like stanced flush, like stretch tires, which I've done before. More of just like a squared tire flush where it fits the wells really good and it looks super awesome. Like the exact type of sidewall this has, nice and squared, but imagine out and then dropped to about parallel with the tire. So in order to achieve that, I'm gonna go with some Fortunato coils or BC Racing. I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards the Fortunatos because I've heard nothing but good things about them when I was looking for my 240. And Fortunato coils. I guess I'm gonna get some LCAs for the rear. I'm not sure on the brand yet. And then probably whatever necessary arms I need in order to dial in my camber. I'd like to do a white line sway bar setup, and as well as some white line bushings. And that's pretty much it for suspension. Tires, I'd like to go with some Pilot Super Sports or Falcon FK453. Those are pretty good for the price. Or I don't know, like a Hankook or something like that. We'll see what happens. And I have a special surprise for those RPF ones when I do get them. I have the powder coating hookup, so we'll see what it do with that, and it's gonna look pretty sick. I don't think I've seen a FRS on it yet, or a white one at least. Well, none, period. Other than that, my next plans for it is I would like to get a front lip. I'm not really sure which one I want yet. There's been like two that I've been looking at, HT Auto, and then there's another one, I don't know the name yet of it, but it's similar to the HT Auto, but it kind of does this thing where it like comes out a little bit. I think that would look kind of cool. And then I would like to do the side skirt and maybe the rear splats as well. I'm gonna do that spoiler that I mentioned earlier, which is the 5-axis one, which kind of, imagine this spoiler without, you know, stopping right about here and sitting flush on the trunk and coming out just like that, nice and clean, and still high rise like this, versus the TRD one that comes down really low. I don't really like that because it looks like it's kind of stuck on versus being like a natural spoiler. I would like to go with some Valenti taillights I was thinking about the Tom's ones, but actually I just kind of like the all red Valentis, and you can't beat the price. Plus they look kind of cool at nighttime with that inner like tube all lit up, the LED. Looks pretty sweet. I'd like to also do a new third brake light, like convert that reverse one into a third brake light. I might get the roof vinyl wrap black. And then let's see, that's pretty much it exterior wise. I can't really think right now. Maybe a carbon trunk in the future with the duck bill, that'd be kind of cool. And maybe an exhaust. For now I'm keeping the stock exhaust, but I might go with a UEL if I can find one for the cheap, just to get the grumble and just to rock it, but only temporarily, because I plan on turboing it sometime next year. Right now it's got some bullshit blue LEDs in here that look really gay. I'll actually show them to you right now because I've been talking about them. They suck. It's whatever. I'd like to get some HIDs or something like that. Yeah, look at these things. They look terrible. I mean, they're not too bad because the car's white. You know, I get it. But I'm just not feeling it. I like more of a cleaner look. And it's just not really my style. Especially like the back here. Like, I don't know. It's definitely baby blue. Well, anyways, as far as exterior mods, that pretty much concludes it. Power wise, like I said, I want to go UEL. I'm gonna get the tune done, header, maybe an exhaust, we'll see, but I definitely want to go turbo in 2018. The reason why I could totally do it right now, but the reason why I'm not is because I'm trying to buy a house sometime this year. What's happening next week though, and what you guys might have seen when I was talking about buying the car, is this hood scratch right there and right there is going to be fixed. At first I was kind of like, it doesn't really bother me anymore, but now I'm actually going to get the hood repainted. The body shop I'm sending it to is right next to my work, and they have great reviews and whatnot, and the people were really cool. They're going to repaint that completely to match, and they're also going to pull, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a small dent right here. I don't know if it's visible or not. Probably not. But anyways, there's a small dent right there. They're gonna remove this panel, come in from behind, do a PDR and painless dent removal and pop it out. Just so that way my shit's like 1,000. Because, like I mentioned before, I'm very picky, and I want to know without a doubt that this car is brand new to me, you know, and it is. I mean, it's got 15K on it. This sumbitch feels new, and I got it for a hell of a price. I mean, 15 grand for a car with 15 grand is pretty damn sick, and I'm loving it. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the journey to come, and thank you for tuning in, and peace out for show.